Welcome back to Imagination. I'm Nicholas Bettis.
And I'm Chiaki Horan.
You know what, Chiaki? I gotta tell you, coming back from France has given me a new perspective of what Tokyo feels like.
Like how?
In a dark mood. Dark mood. Because there are ghouls all over Tokyo these days.
Are you talking about Tokyo Ghoul?
I'm talking about the Tokyo Ghoul.
Today's feature is an anime called Tokyo Ghoul. It's dark fantasy.
Dark fantasy.
It's about a monster called Ghoul, and they only eat human bodies, human meat. What?
And drink coffee.
Oh, drink coffee too.
Yeah, it's hilarious. They eat people, and they actually like coffee too.
Well, this Tokyo Ghoul, it's based on manga, and this manga is still ongoing.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, anime and manga and like.
So it's
Going
it's the
together.
comic book form, the manga form, right? So it's got like 14, is it 12 or 14 that has actually come out. So they've now created it into an animation form, and that's what we're talking about today.
Yes.
It has come to life. Tokyo Ghoul.
The TV anime Tokyo Ghoul began airing on July 3rd. It's a dark fantasy set in a world in where ghouls who look like people eat human flesh. The original Tokyo Ghoul is a manga serial that began in 2011 in Shueisha's weekly Young Jump magazine. There are currently 12 volumes in total, and over 5.8 million copies have been sold. The original series is also popular overseas and has been translated into 6 languages. It's a hit in both Asia and Europe. Shuhei Morita was chosen to direct the anime version of this hit. He wrote and directed Possessions, which caused a worldwide stir after being nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated. His work on other animes such as Freedom has won him a reputation for using top-flight CG technology in the service of immensely satisfying stories. But Morita has never directed a TV series before.
There are a lot of very intense expressions being portrayed, including vomiting after eating, reacting with horror to somebody being eaten, and so on. The manga art changes a lot as well with the different volumes. So we wanted to use the best aspects of the original, like this frame over here. I still go through the manga a lot when I draw.
Looking at the manga, it's clear that the portrayal of a frightened face looks different during the varied story arcs. But it's not just the facial expressions, the coloring matters too. We were allowed to see the team at work as they added color to a scene.
I'm fixing the color of his eyes. It's designed so that the redness stands out the most. I do that by increasing the color of the blood vessels, or by getting rid of the highlights. We emphasize the eye color and tone down everything else. The director makes some very detailed changes, so it's a lot of work.
Key moments during the anime. The team chooses the color and brightness with care. Game creator Nammo. This leader of the indie game industry creates games away from the pressure of major publishers. His focus is on providing new experiences for players. The 2D action game Torokuru came out in 2013 and avoids the usual jumps and sprints used for movement. Instead, players spin boxes and change form to get to their goal. This unique game design won Nanmo countless prizes at home and overseas. His latest work is a game app called Artbox. Endlessly bouncing balls are put in a box and players switch sounds and scales to create totally random melodies and rhythms.
We understand that you are an independent game creator. Can you tell us a little bit about how independent you are?
I started out working for a game developer and was involved in making video games. But when you do that, you can't bring out games just because they're interesting. The trend was to only develop and sell games that looked like they would sell well. That idea didn't really sit well with me, so once I was in a situation where I could develop on my own, I decided to become independent. It's still not possible to make a decent living just by developing games, but I am seeing results. It looks like I might be able to make Torque L available for the PS4 and PS Vita soon, so I think I might actually garner some mainstream success this year.
He's independent, but going to create a game for PlayStation 4 and PS Vita.
So you get to talk to Sony. They say, okay, let's make a game. Do they pay you once they start selling, or do they pay you some money up front as a guarantee that they're going to buy the game? How does this work for you in your situation?
Well, with the project I'm working on now, I've received absolutely no aid or financial support from Sony. But they have lent me their equipment. So, in terms of income, once the final game is released and starts selling, then part of that should filter through to me. That's how the profit-sharing system works.
So how do you make your living?
Well, making games is basically a second job for me. It's never been an industry that makes independent developers rich. So I joined another firm and hold down a regular job there. And in my spare time, I develop video games.
And here we are at the end of the show. But before we let you go, don't forget we've got a fantastic website with lots of updates and lots of messages. Let's see what we got on your side there today.
Okay, today I got a message from Cameroon. Thanks. Wow, today's show is another great one on the latest games. Brand new. You people always give me latest news and anime. It's so awesome. I'm one fan of the show. Always here. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
We try our best.
We've got one here from Matthew 10 in the United Kingdom. Hi, Jack and Nick. I run a Japanese culture website here in UK. Good for you, man. I'd love to know what it is about the Japanese popular culture that inspires you the most. Thanks and keep up the hard work. So, Japanese culture, what inspires you the most?
Like genre, you mean?
Just pick one, and I know what it is, even before your answer.
What? Then guess. I have one in mind.
Fashion.
Yeah, but Japanese food too. Like, everything about Japanese pop culture is, like, they're great,
How many points did I get? I was pretty much dead on, right?
Yeah. You got the most of it.
For me, it's just, come on, it's Japan. Here you have it.
It's Japan.
Stay tuned, right? We'll be back. Don't forget to check in on our website.
Yeah,
Thank you for watching Imagination today.
And we have like backstage stuff.
Backstage stuff, that's right. She's got a lot of backstage.
Check it out. Okay, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.